Hey there, this is David. I am a musician and composer and guitar player from Slovakia, and I had the privilege to work with great musicians like Steven Wilson, Pat Mastelot of King Crimson, Eric Truffat, Arve Henriksen, Christian Fenes, Rick Cox, Paolo Raineri, Gergo Borlai, Marko Mineman, and many, many others. And this is my podcast called David Koller Podcast. It is in English because I have another one in Slovak language, and welcome! In this episode, I want to share with you my routine that I followed when I was on parental leave or maternity leave. You know, I was father, so probably I was at parental leave. So let me tell you why. You know, I worked as a waiter in a stinky bar. You know, I got married with my wife when I was 18. She was expecting baby, our son David. I was 19 when my son was born, and at that time I worked as a waiter in a stinky bar. You know, I tried being an insurance agent. You know, I tried everything. For 2 years I chopped wood and spent years working on construction sites in my father's little company, you know. So it was really tough for me. And then I sold alcohol. I was alcohol dealer. And when I finally decided that I wanted to dedicate myself fully to music and told my wife at home that I had quit my job because I needed to focus on music, she told me that we were expecting our second child. What the hell? But for me, it was like a sign, you know. And okay, we have made a decision that she will stay at work and I will be on parental leave or maternity leave. You know, I will be at home with our daughter Barborka because I was not able to earn any money and she had the better job. And okay, so I was at home, and what I knew, it was that I had to set up a routine that I will follow. It doesn't have to be done in chronological order, but it must be completed every day. You know, it was the minimum. If there is a time, I can extend certain tasks, but I cannot shorten them. Without this, I will quickly stagnate and get lazy. Everything can be done even with the baby at home. These are sentences from my diary. So, you know, I was at home with the baby, and I really didn't want to get lazy or stagnate. So, at 60 BPM with the clock on the wall. After every 10 minutes, rhythmic scales and long and short notes. Change every 10 minutes. Yeah, this was my plan how to work on, I call it rhythm scales. I can show you something here with the acoustic guitar on the microphone. Okay, so we have 60 BPM click here, metronome in my phone. And first 10 minutes I play just single notes with longer, shorter. You can play scale if you want, you know, and then I play double notes. So check this out. After 10 minutes. After another 10 minutes, so we have triplets here. So we Then we have four notes after another 10 minutes. Exercise which I did every day, minimum 1 hour, when I was on my parental leave or maternity leave. I don't know, maybe maternity is when mother is with baby at home, and parental leave is when father is at home. So let's call it parental leave here. So this was 1 hour exercise at 60 bpm with the clock on the wall. After every 10 minutes, rhythmic scales and long and short notes change every 10 minutes. Another one was 1 hour of reading a book or books, like Miles Davis' autobiography, Dmitri Shostakovich, Andrei Tarkovsky, Ingmar Bergman, Igor Stravinsky, Rimsky-Korsakov, and all of those big, really big musicians and composers for me. So this was 1 hour, every day, and I spent 2 or 3 years with this daily routine, maybe sometimes except the weekend, but maybe sometimes I remember I spent much more than 1 hour. So it was very important for me to read Miles Davis' life story, because I was big fan of him, and all these autobiographies are very important for us musicians, because sometimes we feel like we are struggling right now, we don't have money, we feel like nobodies, and these big names like Shostakovich, Miles Davis, Tarkovsky, probably they had perfect life because we only hear their records, and we could see those great promo pictures, photographs on the internet, so in the internet. So, but if you read this book, you really can see that they were human beings like us. So that's why this was important for me, and I am a big fan of Andrei Tarkovsky and Ingmar Bergman. These two are film directors. One is Russian, Andrei Tarkovsky, and Ingmar Bergman is from Sweden. He was from Sweden. Then I had another hour English study. My English was very bad. Now it is not the best, but believe me, it's 300% better than it was in 2012? No, 2010. Believe me, it was very bad. So I studied English at home 1 hour a day. Then 2 hours working on emails, booking concerts, contacting filmmakers, because I wanted to make music for films. I am a big fan of film soundtracks, and I love to work on film music because you don't have structure there. I mean, in the music, you don't have like A part, B part, C part, D part, because I still felt like I am in jail, And in the film, there is no structure. You can make a 25 seconds long piece because it's needed for the scene, or 2 minutes long piece because it's needed for the scene, and you can just follow the story on the screen. I don't have this pop music or jazz rock borders, and you can work only in them, between them. You need chorus, verse, intro. I'm talking now about the pop music. I still felt like this is not for me. I really didn't feel very comfortable. So 2 hours of working on emails, booking concerts, and contacting filmmakers. I was just sending them emails with my music, and I will work for free for you for the first time. Just send me your short film. Probably these filmmakers were students from the film schools in Poland, in Czech Republic, from Slovakia. Then I had 1 hour guitar solo analysis. I allowed, for example, Jeff Beck or John Scofield or Mike Stern or Ruben Ford, and I was analyzing like crazy. Listening their solos, and I have trying to learn something, and some guitar licks, and of course I wanted them to be mine, so I changed notes here and there, and I tried to improvise, and I analyzed the structure of the solos, like I don't know, for example, David Gilmour. In the beginning, there were not so many notes, and in the end, he was 1 octave higher, and he was repeating what was, or he did some, I don't know, even in Slovak right now, how to explain variations of the beginning of the solo in the end. This is what I love on the jazz music, on Miles Davis and John Coltrane and all these big players. They have a main team, and each of the member in the band can play a long solo, and makes variations about that main melody in the piece. This is unbelievable for me, and I love it. It's very good to spend some solid time with analyzing solos of these big masters. Then I had 30 minutes string pulling exercises. So I have only acoustic guitar here, but it was the same as I showed you in the beginning of this podcast. But I didn't play pa, but I was pulling the strings. So pa, ya, 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 yan, pan, pa, ya, 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 yan. And I was doing this P, up and down, and down and up, to cultivate my guitar tone. Tone is like a diamond. The more you clean it, the more it will shine. I think it is like that, So then 2 hours of watching a good film, analyzing the music, and taking notes. Yeah, I spend a lot of time watching all these big masters like Tarkovsky, Bergman, Federico Fellini, Antonioni, Woody Allen, and many, many others. All these old masterpieces, So it was such a great time, on my parental leave, and I worked really hard. And after 3 years, I was faster on the guitar. I was better at English, and I had an overview of cinematography and music as such. After 3 years, the list of the films I have been watching in that period of my life was really huge. So yeah, I think I spent this time very well. And the last exercise was 1 hour of free playing and improvisation, because you have to do it. You have to improvise. You have to, because in this moment, good ideas can come out from your hands, from your instrument, when you are improvising and free playing, on your instrument, and you try to go somewhere where you didn't go before. And my Jazz Rock Era, all those David Kolar project, Equation of Time album, for example, all these ideas came out from my free playing and improvising at home, so this is very important. So let me repeat all of those exercises for you. So 1 hour exercise at 60 BPM with the clock on the wall, as I showed you with the metronome. Then 1 hour reading books, autobiographies, it doesn't need to be Miles Davis or Shostakovich. Maybe you like, I don't know, Chris Cornell or Kurt Cobain or Bach, or Beethoven. Then 1 hour English study. This is what was very important for me. For people who was born in America, or England, or UK, or not UK, but Australia, this is not important, but maybe they can try to learn Italian language. It's very beautiful, And, okay, then 2 hours of working on emails, booking concerts, contacting filmmakers, 1 hour guitar solo analysis, 30 minutes string pulling exercises, 2 hours of watching a good film, analyzing the music, and taking notes. So, this was my daily exercise when I was on parental leave. Oh my God, my daughter is 14, she will be 15, and my son is 22. I am 14, I will be 41 soon. So I will share more from my diary with you if you want. There are also some exercises before the Komara tour, and many other things from my diary. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. I hope these informations will inspire you or someone from of your friends or families. And at the end of this podcast, I have to tell you that I started a campaign on Indiegogo. I want to finish my next album called Calls, and if you want to support me, I will be really thankful, and I will put the link under the podcast link, so you can just hit the button, and you can. There are some perks. Buy me a coffee. Get a limited edition CD, you can have my graphic, you can get also my paintings and full discography, in the best audio quality. So thank you very much for your time and for your support, and I'm going to work on the film. Okay, have a nice day, and let's talk soon. Ciao, David. Ciao.